Hi friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel Finding Happiness in Small Things. In last episode, you saw that we were entering the museum, and in this episode, you are going to look at World War One era aircrafts. Now I'm going to give you full detail, and I hope you guys are doing fine. I'm fine too. Let's go. There's the flying machine 1920 that was built first, and you can see the detail, you can read it. So Baldwin Red Devil, that was a plane that was built in 1909. So work started in 1909 and then completed in 1912. And this plane was very easy to take off and land, and this was started the age of flying, and this plane was taking people to air and for tourism purpose, not more than one person. So this was around 340 kg in weight, and it was equipped with 50 horsepower engine, and it had one rotor that was in front. It was 9 meter long, 2.4 meter high, and 12 meter wingspan. And it was very successful plane of that time, and people loved to board on this plane, and because taking off and landing was very easy. So the maker of this plane was Baldwin, and Baldwin started with thinner than air in 1909, and after he finished with that, then he started with heavier than air plane, and it took almost 3 years to complete this plane, and it was a success, and it was used to ferry people in the air. It was for fun purpose. And this is how it looked. This is manual glider. And that was the first attempt to fly. So after that experience, they tried building a little bit bigger machine, which is this Curtis 9H. It was 1920, and this is the detail. This is F. Curtis 9H was seaplane. Seaplane means it could take off from water and land on water. It was built in 1917, and it had engine of 150 horsepower, and the weight was around 1000 kg, and it was 9 meter long and 3.5 meter in height and around 15 feet wingspan. It was mainly used for training pilots during the World War One, and it trained around 2,500 pilots for other planes, and it was very successful taking off from the aircraft carrier during that time, and it was in service for 10 years, and it was quite successful airplane. was fitted with a lot of machinery.
I'm not riding it.
And front propeller. And this could take off from the water as well. Pretty good. Simulators that you can sit inside and experience the fighter jets. There is a fly zone which has simulators. So simulators are basically boxes that has a motion attached, and you wear VR headsets and then go into. There are different kinds of simulators. So there are simulators that will take you to moon, and there are simulators that will take you to space, and then from there you will have a good view of Earth. And then there are simulators that will take you to space station, and then you will have spacewalk like astronaut does. Then there are simulators that you will have a feeling of fighter jets like F-16, P-51 Mustang, F-18 Hornet, A-10 Thunderbolt. So these fighter jets you can imagine, you can have a feel once you are in simulator. And then there is a simulator that you will go and it will take you into space shuttle and go into space and visit other planets like Venus. You go to Mars and Neptune. So you will see the things in space that you have seen it in books. You will have the feeling of like you are right there. It's very interesting, and I would really recommend you take these simulators, and tickets are from $10 per person up to $12 per person. There are people inside, and you will feel real movement, and you will feel real flight kind of experience. There's another one with virtual reality. And those white boxes are also the simulators. Basically, this area is the simulator rides, and these are the early planes. Like 1930s planes. Biplane that was built in 1920. So this is the detail. The Fowler Cage that was built in 1912, and it had 90 horsepower engine, 7.6 meter long, 4.3 meter height, and weight 363 kg weight of the plane, and wingspan of 13 meter, and it had a speed of 97 kilometer per hour. So that plane was capable of flying from ocean to ocean, and it was a so successful plane that it was used to observe the power lines in California. And this plane took off from ocean to ocean, from across the Isthmus of Panama, and it took around 1 hour 45 minutes and landed at Cristobal, and this plane was retired in 1915. This is how it looks. It has one big propeller, maybe first of kind of this engine that is fitted. And it could land and take off from ice. or maybe from the runway, because it has wheels, and those wheels are like bicycle wheels. You can see the propeller.
I don't remember which one it was, but there was one that, you know how some planes have the, you go there up here?
Yeah.
They do that.